Now, that's not going to get done this year. That's why it won't get done this year. But it will get done if we stay on it and you stay on it. With so much at stake in America, with the potential and possibility for historic change, with our healthcare system being debated daily, even hourly, with the insurance companies and hospital chains trying to hold on to their power and their profits, America needs you. America needs you to be united and unified with a strong voice, power, and strength that comes from unity and an agenda to return healthcare from profit-making and profit-taking to caring for our people in America. We need you. We need you to keep leading us toward a single-payer system for health care. We need you to focus on the unity needed to build your power and strengthen your voice, so that with the solidarity of the rest of the labor movement and all Americans of goodwill, you can enact your vision. Health care for every single person in America, regardless of ability to pay, station in life, socioeconomic standing, or employment status, or accident of birth. Health care as a human right. Now, brothers and sisters, health care is a human rights issue. It's also an economic issue, because the current system drags our economy down, penalizes union employers by allowing the dregs of the earth, rat bastard employers, to undercut union employers, by allowing the Comcasts of the world, John and Jeff, to undercut AT&T Wireless on broadband provision, by allowing the worst employers in the world to undercut employers who are trying to be competitive and to be union. And brothers and sisters, in the richest country in the history of the world, health care should be treated as the human right that it is, not just an investment opportunity or a way to make more money. The rest of the developed world gets that. All of Europe and Canada and Brazil and South Africa and many others. Taiwan. It is Taiwan. It is thank you. It is past time for us to catch up. And we, America, need your leadership and your voice and your strength. Let me pledge, brothers and sisters, that following your leadership, that the time will come in America when no child ever has to go to bed sick and crying because her mom or dad can't afford health care. That never does a family lose their home because their mortgage goes into paying health care for a family member with cancer, like it happens in 65% of all foreclosures. Think about that. 65% of all Americans losing their homes are losing it because of a rotten, broken healthcare system that cares more about profit-taking for those who have already more money than they can spend in a lifetime, right, to punish people who simply need to be able to see a doctor in the richest country in the history of the world. Financially crippled forever, like my parents were, because my sister had to be treated at Mayo's Clinic back in the 70s and 80s for a little-known disease at that time called Cushing's syndrome and grand mal epilepsy. My family never recovered. My brother and I are still paying for my father. America is better than that, my brothers and sisters. America is better than that. Our people are better than that. Our leaders aren't, but our people are. And that is why eventually, with your struggle and your effort, we're going to win this fight. All this is why the work you do and have done is so critical. We are closer to health care reform than we've been since the passage of Medicare and Medicaid 45 years ago. We know that this year's health care reform won't be sufficient. That's why it is so critical that you continue your organizing and mobilizing, your agitating and educating. You have done incredible work at the grassroots, making the case over and over, calling folks to action. You have done incredible and successful work. Don't stop now. Don't stop now. We're not at the end of this struggle. we're at a midterm place in this struggle. Don't stop now. Brothers and sisters, we can change America. We can win single-payer health care, but it won't be delivered by politicians. It won't be delivered by politicians whether they have a D or an R behind their name, and there is a big difference between them. But it will be delivered by the people. Change in America has always only been delivered by the mobilization of working folks. From the independence movement, which was started by the earliest guilds in Philadelphia and in Boston with Tom Paine and Sam Adams, to the end of slavery led by Frederick Douglass and William Lloyd Garrison, change in America has always only been the result of the mobilization of working folks. The vote for women, the creation of the middle class and the modern American labor movement, the destruction of Jim Crow in the South, all delivered by the mobilization of workers. And when we win single-payer health care, they will say in the history books it was because of a mobilization of the American working class led by the folks in this room. So don't stop now. So don't stop now, brothers and sisters. Don't give in. Don't give out. Don't give up. America needs you and America's people need you. Thank you very much.